All right, another advantage of the metric system is the use of prefixes. So let's take a look at like English system first. If you want to talk about something that's relatively small, you would use inches. This thing is, 2-3 inches long or whatever. If you want to talk about something maybe of a medium length, you'd use feet. This is 10 feet away, 20 feet away, 100, 200 feet away. And then if you want to talk about something large, you talk about miles, right? This is 10 miles away, 20 miles away, that kind of thing, right? So you can see they're all units of measurement within the same system, yet they've got different names and the conversion between them is terrible. Whereas opposed to the metric system, we only have one way to measure distance, and that's the meter. But we can still talk about really small lengths and really large lengths by just attaching a prefix to it. And so there's a lot of prefixes. The vast majority of them aren't used on the common basis. But they all basically mean something else, right? And so the prefixes are always the same. And then what you're talking about at the end changes, right? Whether you're talking about a length, you're talking about meter, whether you're talking about time, you're talking about seconds, whether you're talking about mass, you're talking about grams. And so there's, all the prefixes, the symbols, how big they are, the exponential, and then, the description. We're only going to know a couple of them. So I want you to know that kilo means 1,000. I want you to obviously know the base, which is just, your meter, gram, that kind of thing. I want you to know that centi is 1/100th and that milli is 1/1000th, right? So for example, there are 1,000 x is equal to 1 kx, where this x, it can equal, meters, liters, seconds, grams, whatever, right? There's 1,000 of them in 1 kilo blank, right? So 1,000 grams in a kilogram, 1,000 meters in a kilometer, that kind of thing. The other one I want you to know is that there's 100 cx in 1x, right? 100 centimeters in a meter, 100 centigrams in a gram, that kind of thing. And then finally, the last one is the 1,000, the milli. So there's 1,000 mx in 1x, right? So 1,000 milligrams in a gram, 1,000 millimeters in a meter, that kind of thing. And then there's one more unit that I want you to know, one more conversion, and that's that 1 centimeter cubed is equal to 1 milliliter. So centimeters cubed, also known as cubic centimeters, like cc. Sometimes it's also abbreviated as, is equal to 1 milliliter. So if you watch like doctor shows, or maybe you work at a hospital, I don't know if they actually use the same lingo that they do on TV, but this patient needs 5 cc's of blank stat, right? Cc is just cubic centimeters, or really milliliters, as we'll more often use. So just know those interconversions. I don't really care that you know the rest. The rest of them you can just Google. It's not too big of a deal.